Hello, everybody. Thorgal here with Grok the Duck Farmer
Hello.
and ToddytheBody.
What's happening?
I love that headspin. Today's a special episode, guys, that we are dedicating to Renovate. In case you guys do not know, Renovate has been AFK for, I think, 2 months. And he just recently released a video, a channel update. You guys definitely should go over and check out. I'll make sure to put a link in my description. And I'm sure Grok and Toddy will do the same.
Yep, sure.
Where he explains that he is suffering from an anxiety disorder that got so bad that he even got panic attacks. And he explains in that video, which I think is very awesome that he made a video about it and shares this experience with other people, because I think it will help him to, just accept it better when he talks about it openly, and secondly also to make people aware that this is a thing out there that maybe a lot of people suffering and they don't even know about it. But why are we here today? We are in his cathedral, I guess, right? This is what that is on the Avant 3 server. Because in his video, he explained that, making YouTube videos causes a lot of stress. Because, especially small channels like we all are, you always have to up one to, get your videos out there in the searches and get new viewers and subscribers. Because if you just, do boring old stuff, people are going to be like, well, we have seen this many times. And they might not come back to your channel. So that puts a lot of stress on small YouTubers. And he explains all this and so on. But he mentioned that if he likes Minecraft, he doesn't have a problem. He just, doesn't want the pressure of recording on Minecraft and so on, which we also understand. There's so much work between episodes, gathering resources, planning, testing, creative worlds, all these things that most of you guys never see. But he mentioned that he would like to build. And he asked people, if they have a server and they would like him to build something creatively, he would be totally up to it. So we put our heads together and came up with the idea, why don't we make it so he has all the materials that he can ever need on our server here, so he can just focus on building and have fun. And number one, Renovate, when you watch this, we don't want to put any pressure on you, okay? If you just don't want to come back and play here and record, no harm done. We're doing this for you. I hope that you can see that we just want to make you feel welcome, that we are here for you, and that we don't want you to feel any pressure when you come onto the server. We have sometimes YouTubers, they come and go. Some of them are really happy when they can yell out, "Oh, world first, yes, I'm the best, I made the biggest of this." Most of us aren't like that. We just want to have fun and build cool things and interact and, make good videos. So, should we go up and show them where we're going to go?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay.
I was trying to put my head together.
You put your head together?
I was trying to put my head together with you and stand right there, but, it wasn't working.
I'm going to put my armor back on. So this down here, I'm just going to fly out for 1 second and show them. He is pretty close to spawn. Where's my map? Oh, there we go. Spawn is right over here, and he's been here since the first day, pretty much. And he started building this really cool, cathedral-style thing with his R in there and so on. And this is how far he got, which is actually quite impressive. I looked through it the other day for not being here for 2 months. He has a bunch of machines, and he was quite advanced already. He got a lot further than I was 2 months ago. But we did not want to put what we're doing into his area here, so he doesn't need to worry about, having to move a building and whatnot. So you guys see it up there. We put a structure that, I guess I'm just going to fly up there real quick. It's quicker than getting back to the eye. Where we're going to hook him up with all kind of things, and we're going to show you guys this here. Because we don't want to give him creative mode on the server, okay? But I don't want anybody to have creative mode on the server. But we can make it as close to creative as possible. So why don't we look at the stuff that we prepared for him? Why don't you start, Grok, because you got the power and so on prepared.
All right, I'll take a look here in this chest up above, because I wanted it to be above Thor's, so it's this one here. And there's absolutely nothing in it.
Yep. Thanks for nothing, dude.
Because what I'll show is my handy bag. I have.
You can send us a screenshot of that so we
I
can
can do
overlay
that.
that
I'll
right
send
now.
you a
Yep.
screenshot. I've got 3 tier 4 solar arrays set up with tier 4 ore miner and resource miner and nanobot beacon. I also have stuff set up for doing 4 of the different woods: the spruce, jungle, oak, and dark oak. And so that's what I wanted to keep them all separate from each other, and rather than dumping them all in, because they have different modifiers. And yeah, not going to do that.
Okay. Toddy?
All right. So I was just trying to make a lot of items and tools that would give you sort of like a creative feel. We have the armor down towards the bottom that makes you pretty much invulnerable from anything. The Endforge axe and sword and tools and everything at the top left are from Calculator. Those have no durability and they're pretty much an instant mine sort of thing. And then also if you want an all-in-one, I threw one of those in there also. And then we've got the drill, and I've got all the upgrades that you would want for that. There's an environmental controller up there, and that's with a peaceful module inside of it. And what that does is it stops all of the mob spawning, so that you can get, peaceful going on this hill here, at least wherever you want to put this.
That's a really good idea. I didn't think of that one.
I like that idea.
Yeah. And I threw some batteries in there, wings of the bat, so you have a couple different ways of flight. If one should fail, ring of growth that will grow trees if you want to just grow a tree real fast instead of waiting for it or getting out bone mill. There's some empower and stuff like that from actually additions if you want to make those blocks. Let's see, handy bag. There's a handy bag there with all of the memory cards that you would want, so that you can hold a whole bunch of inventory. And then just a few more baubles and things like that, like the effortless ring will give you some step up and some speed and extra jump, and then a few more just convenience items, like the flawless calculator has some storage and some crafting and all that built in, and the advanced terrain will change some of the basic blocks without having to dig them up and all that. So just pretty much some items that would give you a creative feel.
What's the invigorating pendant?
What that does is it gets rid of any bad buffs, or debuffs, let's call it that instead.
Debuffs. Okay, cool.
Yep. No wither.
Unbreakable Builder's Wand. He's going to be happy about that one because he's a builder.
That's the top
That's
tier.
awesome. And what do you need the Vapor of Lividity again?
That's in case if he does want to get into like maybe some remote storage, like get into his inventory.
From Ender.io.
Yeah,
right?
it's from Ender.io if he wants
Okay.
to go that route. There are other routes too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I guess I'll show my box now. Even though Grok is gonna made all of the stuff for the storage drawers where most of the resources and ores and so on are gonna go, I made everything machine related. I don't really want to go through all the different blocks, but there's an entire refined storage setup with all the biggest drives and so on. So any storage needs he has should be handled by that. And then I also made him all the Ender.io machines that you can want and all the capacitors, so they're super fast and everything. And then I also made everything from Mechanism. And the Mechanism stuff is really more not for automation, but if he wants to make 20 stacks of glass, he can just throw that in there. And I made all the upgrades in the world. And I also made him Atomic Disassembler, because I figured you guys are going to forget about it because we all don't use it. Mm-hmm. But if you ever want to take down trees, I think that one is really handy because you got that vein mode.
Oh, yeah.
And power transfer with the power cells. And what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, digital miner right there. Because we're not getting all the blocks from the, whatchamacallit, the ore miner and resource miner and so on. Like, what is it? Like basalt, I think, marble, limestone. Yeah, so he has a digital miner. If he ever needs to get something for building or whatever he needs, he can just go out and set it up and get it real quick. So, now you guys seen all the things that we prepared for this. And we just put this little structure together. We want to keep it simple, so if he wants to decorate it in a different way, we're going to put on walls and so on, but not until later. And now we're just going to set all this up somehow. And, I don't know. talk a lot of smack.
Oh, that's I'll do that. I'll talk smack.
I think that while we get going, I just want to give everybody that is watching a little history on Renovate, how he actually came to be a YouTuber here. It all started, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. We were on a community that we started a YouTube server there. It's the OTE Gamers. And when that kind of was a couple of episodes in, there was some issues with the server and so on that we weren't happy about. There was nobody to blame there. It's a great community that I'm still visiting every once in a while. So there's not like we left with a bad taste in our mouth. None of that. But we just wanted to have more control over the actual server as YouTubers. And then Renovate, another person called Duranis, and myself, we split off from there and started our own server, which was ModSauce 1. So Duranis left us during that season due to real life things and so on, but Renovate has been there since day one. And that is why, it's really important to me that he knows that FTOG is not just about growing your channel and so on, but if somebody wants to, just record for fun, because, you guys, you can probably agree with me on that there's a lot of YouTubers out there that just make videos about building.
Yeah.
A Corrales and B00 and so on. Yeah, I mean, and they're having a lot of viewers, and people really love seeing people build. So I don't see that, on our server it's always been like that. On FTOG mostly. I'm going to turn on my magnet if you guys don't mind.
Sure.
That it has been a lot about, making the biggest power, and I myself, I do it a lot. But I really enjoy doing it. I know Renovate did too, but after a while, your viewers kind of expect these things from you. Or they, then they unsub and these kind of things that, well, we don't want, because we want to grow, because it's awesome. That's our instant gratification when we get likes on comments and so on our videos. That's really what keeps me going the most, not the monetization and that stuff. Because nobody can live off what we're making.
That's true.
It's not possible. So yeah, and so he's been around since the beginning, and that's why, other people usually, when they take a long break and so on, I find out, hey, are you coming back or not? And then they might even leave the community because, well, we want to have active people here. But honestly, Renovate is a very big exception because he's been around since the beginning. Him and we had our, differences, but I think that's normal when you play with somebody for many years.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's all in the past, and you move on. So I'm really happy that he's part of FTOG, and I want him to stick around and just really take that pressure off him. Well, guys, this is what it looks like. I think it looks so awesome. It looks so futuristic that on top of the roof. That is a crazy setup.
Oh yeah.
And so we're gonna show you. I'm pretty sure, me personally, I'm not gonna show much of the actual setup process because we had lots of crashes, and I also had to go away. Wow, that tree just boom and gone.
Take a look at what I'm using to chop stuff down with.
A paper mattock.
That's right.
The power of paper.
Mightier
It's
than the sword.
unbreakable.
Unbreakable. That is really interesting.
I had originally considered having the repairer down there, and I'd pull it out when it was below a certain percent and repair it and throw another one back in. And then I realized the filter I was using was for charges and not for durability. And then Toddy said, hey, do that one. And I said, well, done. Finished.
It's also that if he ever needs any other, really tough tools, we got the endless nether stars from non-net spawns, so you can make those. What are they called? That material?
It's like 2 iron and a nether star.
Nether star usage. I want to remember now. It's gonna drive me nuts.
This is news to me.
Well,
that's what he uses it. That's how he makes his hose and stuff. This
That's
stuff right
yeah.
here.
The
Wither
Unbreaking
iron.
10.
with our
with our-
iron.
it's- Unbreaking 10 is what it comes with. It's fantastic stuff.
They last forever. It's
The progressive
bananas.
automation stuff.
But yeah, I'm gonna upgrade to the Papermatic for my stuff, so I don't have to worry about repairing it anymore.
Right, let's start right here. Grok, explain to the peeps what you did here, and then we'll go into the roof next.
All right, I've got a tree farm.
Awesome. Next.
I've got the 4 quadrants for the different types of wood with just a 2x2 to kind of keep them separate from each other. And since 3 of them will grow into the super tall structures, that's fantastic. They'll just grow like gangbusters. And inside, we've got the Papermatic to go ahead and harvest everything without any repairing. The sugar cane, mainly because upgrades require sugar. And down underneath, I'm connecting everything via the network receiver back to the main system.
Yeah.
Done.
While you guys explain, I'm flying around and I'm trying to hover over everything so people can see the tooltip, in case they want to know what is used.
And I've
Wait,
got
how do you? Oh, never mind. The saplings stay in the farming station. Well,
the
until it's
saplings
full.
that are needed,
Yeah.
but any overflow will go into the system, and they get stored and voided.
And you also mentioned, explain real quick why you put sugar cane here.
Because if you go underneath, there's the storage. The refined storage has the speed upgrades. So I slapped 4 speed upgrades on the importer here. Not that it really needs it, but why not?
Yeah.
I put every speed upgrade I can. I could do a stack upgrade on there too, but those require sugar to make, and that way we've got it. And this is Frank.
Yep. Hi, Frank. How you doing? How come I don't see a name?
Because he doesn't know his name yet.
Okay.
and all things are Frank.
So he's got everything, but we made sure to hook him up with everything that has to do with refined storage. So you guys even set up the patterns here when I was AFK.
Yep, that's patterns.
Show those in a second. And that's what the sugar is for, guys. So
yeah,
he can make speed upgrades for all the refined storage.
Yep. Toddy,
All right.
explain the other Frank here.
Oh, yeah, this thing here.
Yeah, Tinkerbell here. This is from
What
Roots
is
Mod.
that, Frank or Tinkerbell?
It's called a Greater Sprite, and it's just for decoration. It doesn't do anything. It hovers
love
around
this.
this little font here.
I need to get to some of these. I love the wind chime noise it makes.
Yeah, it makes a crying sound if you kill it.
And it just always stays in the area. It's like it's bound to where you placed it, or is that this pedestal here?
This thing here attracts it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it'll float off and you'll lose it.
That's really calming. I love that. That's so cool, man.
Sounds like somebody
Right
needs
now-
to come fill your house with them.
I need to start with that mod anyway, but yeah. What I could do with them is, because I don't have the my guardian spawn anymore, I could put one of those in each tank, so it looks like there's still a guardian in it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I still think his name should be Frank.
Okay. Frank 2.
Yeah. Everything's named Frank.
How do you say Frank in Japanese?
Franco.
Really? Franco.
I speak fluent Japanese. You ready? Honda, Mitsubishi, Subaru.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the roof here. That's this one is the
This is the ore miner.
ore miner,
And
tier
so
4.
it's tier 4, and it's going into the drawer or the simple chest, which gets sucked into the network,
Yep.
and it just goes like crazy. And I probably could put some more speed modifiers on there, but
Yeah, no.
it's just going like crazy.
We'll
This-
show in a second how much we already have in that system. It's bananas.
Yeah, this is the nanobot, and this beacon here is providing flight. It's got saturation and regen and night vision. Does it have night vision? No, I don't think it has night vision on here.
Ooh.
It can do now with the latest patch. It can do fire resistance as well.
And
but
show
it's
him what he
currently
needs to
disabled.
do, so he knows
So,
what to do. So
yeah,
it's his.
this block here, the beacon controller needs to be broken and put right in the middle, and then since it's placed by him, it will then bind to him.
Okay. Because it
And
only binds to whoever places it, so it's by
Uh-huh.
player. So we can do it that. But okay, then we get the resource
Yep.
miner with the big battery on top.
Yep, the battery is what's powering everything, and it is completely full. It filled up so early.
Yep, and then we set them up with the advanced power cells here on ID. What is it? 47. Yep.
47. Yep.
And that's what we use to go over here and underneath. And do we have one left over or two maybe?
I can get you
There
some.
are some. We did put glass on top just because the snow was hitting these solar arrays, and it doesn't block any of the power being generated having the glass there, but snow I wasn't sure, and it looks better.
Sorry for that phone ringing. Cool. So, that's it on the roof, right? Yeah.
Yep, roof's done.
Now let's go in here. Now renovate. Sorry, but we don't know what else to do, but it shouldn't be a problem. But the FPS in here is a little bad when you look at these mechanism machines. And also the refined storage. But we don't think you're going to spend much time in here because you can access everything from downstairs, from your actual cathedral. And if you're up here just crafting, I don't think the FPS is that bad. Right? I mean, we're doing okay.
It works.
Yeah, it's tolerable.
It's going up and down. It's bananas.
Yeah.
Well, let's start over here with this first.
So this is the wall of goods, and the stuff coming from the two miners, they are coming here. Some of them it's getting processed and going into the compacting drawers, but the big bulk of the stuff is coming in here, and that's hooked up below the drawer controller into the refined network storage again.
Yeah.
And Toddy
And I
did
like
these
how
machines.
you guys set that up very much here.
Yep.
Toddy connected them, right?
Yep.
Spooky.
I didn't want to see all the cables. I mean, not that it's my place, but I thought it would be cooler to not see all the cables all over the place. So we are using the phantom faces from Actually Editions. The energy faces over here, they're connected to the blocks and being powered. And then the phantom faces over here, you can pipe stuff in and take stuff out and set filters and all that. And it acts like as if they are the machines up top.
Yep.
It's cool stuff.
And again, everything's connected with the network receiver. Yep. And with that one, you also go up to the storage drawer, right?
Yes. Yeah. You just don't see it.
I wanted to show this real quick on camera, how he managed this, because everything you guys remember on top, everything goes into the refined storage system first, right? But how he did it, oh, I can't see it. I gotta break this block. Right here, he set the priority on this one to 100. So that means the storage system will always try to put it into that drawer controller first. And if there's no room for that, it will then just keep it in these drives over here. So that is really nifty. Oh, wow. It doesn't show you anywhere. Oh, 1,000 of 512,000. And the other one is at 0. So yeah, you got plenty of room.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's how I didn't show the settings real quick. We didn't set everything up. I don't think we did, right? Right here. Exporting a redstone, diamond, lapis, nether quartz, coal, gold, and iron. And on this one over here, gold, iron, and emerald ore. Because with these machines up there, we can double emerald. And then, of course, it goes back. Awesome. All right. Anything else from this corner? No, right? We showed everything.
There's a couple drawers that are empty. You know, one regular drawer and some compacting drawers that can be filled in with whatever is necessary there.
Yeah, like yellorium if he ever needs it, or like I know I have uranium, yellorium.
Any of the
I
copper
think I have
or tin or anything.
Yeah, any of that stuff. But that's all just him, adding it there, and then it's going to be processed so fast. It's really super. Okay. Over here, we set up the well, manual machines pretty much. It's just like, and I'm gonna just demonstrate this here real quick. I'm gonna get me some. Let's get a 5 cobble. So if he ever, let's say he's out of sand or anything, and he actually needs sand, these are the input boxes, and they're tied together. This input box is for that machine, and that's the output. So it's always up and down. Well, from here up, and then you just put it in here, and the crusher processes it, and then it turns into the gravel, and you can take it out. And we wanted to have chests, so if he, let's just do this here real quick. It's fine. Do we have, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just take 5 stacks of sand. Let's say he needs a bunch of glass. He can just toss that in here, and then it gets all. You see how fast this is. I mean, this is really cool. I love it.
It's bananas.
Yeah. And then here we made him 5 of the metallurgic infusers. Oh, cool. There's redstone in this one, diamond in this one, carbon in this one, and the last one is empty. That's the one he can use for.
I have it set. I have it set up so it goes to the appropriate one. So if you pick that up and then put it in the left iron chest at the bottom, it'll get processed through the enrichment thing.
Oh, you set that up?
Yeah, and then if you pull it out from the top and put it back down into the same chest, it goes into the right one.
Oh, let's try that.
So sneaky, but that's a good way to do it.
So that should have gone into this one. Yep, there was 7 cent. Awesome. That is cool. Let me look at this. So I'm guessing you put filters?
Yep.
Yep. Insert. Very nice. Yeah, and we didn't set it to extract because he usually don't make more than a stack at a time. So you can take those out. Yeah. And then over here, these 2 are manual, the soul binder and the slice and splice, because you barely use those. And these right here, let's say, well, this doesn't work, but if you put anything you put in by hand here, gets then output in the top. That's it. No, sorry. No, my bad. I set these up and I don't remember. Input is on the top and everything gets output into this chest. So if I put, this is the alloy smelter. Let me just turn this furnace. What? We cannot cook gravel anymore? I did set this to pull. Apparently you can't cook gravel. Huh?
Is it set to alloys only or something?
No, it's set to furnace. I changed it. I'm setting it back to alloys only. But let's just do the sag mill. There we go. You guys see it's processing it. And then the output goes over here into this chest. So this is manual things right here. I guess I'll explain the refined storage next. Well, you can watch a couple episodes from Grok, Toddy, myself on the channel if you want to learn how to set this up, of course. But we just gave him everything. I think there's nothing here that he would need. There's the wireless charger, controller, and then, 10 times, or actually 16 times the 64K storage, and you guys see how much room he still has. And then even one here with a fluid cell that's full with water, and the water comes from down here. Endless water source with an import bus. And that is all there is. So if he has recipes with water or anything, you can use them. Got the fluid grid. This is the crafting or pattern grid or something, where you write the patterns. And then this is just a crafting monitor if he wants to do. And he got 10 crafters. And I think there are 3 in here to make the iron ingot. Yeah, that everything is in here. He needs to make the parts for refined storage. So everything there is automated. So those are in here, and then this one pointing directly into the solderer with all these patterns. So, well, he's got the hookup, that's for sure.
Yep.
And then these over here are all connected, right? All 5. I know 1 goes down, and then 2 probably on the ceiling, 1 to the tree farm, and the other one over here. Yep.
And they're really cheap now, power-wise. Because it used to be when you had long distance runs, it would be extremely expensive. They cap out at 1,000 RS now, which is great.
Wow.
Let's see, there's usage 1896 RS a tick. Have you ever figured out what an RS is?
It's an RF.
It's RF, okay.
Yeah, it's just the refined storage uses its own power, so you can't power other machines with this.
Okay.
So it's very much like a...
Oh, another pattern encoder up here.
This one is for patterns, not for crafting things. This is for
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like solderers or machines or any of that sort of stuff.
Like in A2 where you switched between crafting and I think processing it was called or something. And then he also got a tool workstation that we just used to rename his items right there. You can put anything in there. Let me rename my Yeta wrench. Bananas. There we go. And now my wrench is called Bananas. Cool. All right, and then the rest is over here from Toddy. Take over, my friend.
We set up the Empower and some display stands. So if you look underneath, it's got the power underneath. So pretty basic right there. The environmental controller over here has the peaceful module, and it is set to maximum pretty much. The radius is all the way out to 100, so 200 across, and then the height is from 0 to 255, so all the way up and down, and that takes 12,000 RF a tick, which we have plenty of power from.
Yeah.
The scanner we're not really using, it's just placed there. So if you come over here, we've got lots of items and goodies and stuff. We made some eggs here, and if you look inside the crate, there's a couple of the dragon egg generators, so you have plenty of GP if you want to do flight or processing or anything you want to do that way. You've got all the tools that you need over here. The no durability ones, there's the drill, and then the upgrades are inside the crate. There's another form of flight, the bat wings. There's a builder's wand. There's a couple of the baubles up in the frames. So this, what's it called? The invigorating pendant? Yep. That takes off the debuffs. And then here's the effortless ring. It takes no sort of fuel or anything. You just wear it. And then this belt here is for making mobs ignore you. And the handy bag.
That one underneath the bag? Underneath the handy bag?
That's right.
Okay.
And the handy bag you just have in your inventory, and then once you access your inventory, it'll access the bag at the same time. And looks like you have 2 teleporting rods, so I put one of mine up there. And then the ring of growth that grows things very fast if you're holding it, and then a few wrenches for messing around with the machines if you need them. And
cool.
What else we got here? Oh, a pedestal here with a very, very tiny
a digital miner up here.
So cute.
That's awesome. Well, what is this here? A life ring or something?
Oh, it's the disenchanting ring. In case.
Oh, the disenchanting ring. Yeah, you take that off and put it right there. There we go. Yeah, I forgot. And also, you guys wondering is we figured out how to stop it because you guys see these are all painted slabs over here. Because you know how the lens changes nether quartz to what is it called now?
I don't know, decorative.
Some other quartz.
Yeah.
So, we had the problem is that when you shoot the laser and it was hitting this, everything around here changed. But we made it now so it won't change and mess up his floor. So that is all set up. And let's go downstairs just for a second so the peeps can see. Right here is where we set it up with the network receiver and the antenna. Gave it the 4 upgrades, so it's 48 blocks radius. So he can get to his system via this right here, via the remote.
Is the remote all charged up?
Yes, it is.
Oh, cool.
We gotta turn it upside down. There we go. Now, you know what the coolest thing is that now when he wants to continue building or anything, he can tear out all the machines and he can just focus on making this, pretty.
Yep.
He doesn't have to worry about running conduits down here and all. Because I know a lot of times that's a pain in the butt to figure out when you're trying to make something look nice but also have it functional. So I hope that he likes it. Anything else we want to show here, what we set up that I forgot maybe?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay, I'm back up top. And I just want to take a minute, Renovate, and tell you that, again, we don't want to put any stress on you. And, exactly the opposite. That's what we try to do here. Just to provide everything for you so you can just focus on building. You don't need to worry about, mining and whatever. And even, if you ever have a big project that you would like to build because, well, you just want to choose block X that you don't get from over here, you can always just tell us on Discord. If you say, guys, I need, a couple hundred stacks of limestone, I'm not getting them. We'll help you out. You know that anytime. We all have digital miners. I think we all do, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's no problem. Just say the word and we'll help you out, because we really would love to see you back on the server. But we understand that you gotta take care of yourself first, and that it must be incredibly difficult to deal with what you're dealing with the anxiety disorder. And we just want to make sure you can relax when you come here. There is no pressure of making videos and whatnot. And I also want to tell all the peeps that are watching our videos, please go over to Renovate's channel or go down to that link that I'm going to put in the description and show them a lot of love. Let them know that there's no pressure, that you guys just would love to see him build, because I always enjoyed his building episodes and I love whenever he pulled out, incredible buildings and so on. And it's not always about, automation and building the biggest and best power setups and whatnot. Just have fun and build your heart out. That's all I can say. You guys want to chime anything in?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun making this for you.
It was a blast doing this and waiting to see him when he's online.
Yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun
Say
using
hi.
it.
Yep.
I think that's where we'll leave it, huh?
All right.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to go to Renovate's channel and show him love. Okay? And we'll catch you in the next one. Take
See ya.
care. Stay safe. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
3,
Bye.
2, 1. Now, Grok.
Bye.